Hey guys, so today I thought we'd do the pregnancy tag since I'm 34 weeks and I've not got much longer to go, so I wanted to get this done and it's a fun little tag. And if anyone else is pregnant at the moment that watches me, I tag you to do this also. So I'll get right into it. There is 17 questions. So question 1 is, how and when did you find out you were pregnant? I found out on the 7th of September 2014. I had been cycling quite a lot with my partner's mum. We had been doing fitness, like cycling and doing it like an hour cycle and stuff, but the week before I found out I was getting really sharp pains, like crippling pains in my stomach, and then I realised that I was a couple of days late, so I just went up Tesco's and got a Tesco's cheap pregnancy test, done it, and it came up positive on the 7th. So that's how I found out and when. Question 2 is, how did you feel? I was really scared because if you've watched my previous vlogs, I've suffered infertility and 3 early losses, so I was really scared that I was going to have another miscarriage and that it wasn't going to stick and stuff like that, and just I didn't have much faith that the pregnancy was going to go full term just because of my past history and stuff. But I was also super excited because this is my first pregnancy with my partner, and obviously I want to be a family and I wanted a child with him, so super excited about that. We're finally going to be parents. Question 3 was, how old were you? I was actually 23 when I found out I was pregnant. My birthday was on 26th of September and I found out on the 7th, so yeah, 23. How did you tell your partner? I took the test on the 7th and I kept it quiet that whole day because I didn't know how exactly to tell him. The baby wasn't planned necessarily. We were not preventing basically. And I was super nervous about telling him, so I did that test, and then I done a test the next day on the 8th just to clarify that it was definitely positive and I wasn't seeing things, even though it was a super dark line on the 7th. Still, when you've tested that many times and got so many negatives, you kind of think you're imagining it when you see the 2 lines. So anyway, done the test on the 8th and it came up positive again, so took him into the kitchen and pulled the test out the drawer and said, I've got something to show you, and just showed him the test basically, and that was it. Question 5, did you wait 3 months to tell people why or why not? And basically no, I told everybody on the 8th after I told my partner. I announced to Facebook that I was pregnant, like my personal Facebook. I like to share the ups and downs in life, and even if it wasn't going to be a full-term pregnancy and I had a miscarriage, I still wanted people to know that I was pregnant and to know that I was having a baby, if that makes sense. So I didn't want to wait for 12 weeks and keep it in and have to deal with the emotions of what if I have another miscarriage on my own. I told my mum on the 7th, before I told my partner though, that I was pregnant. I texted her pregnancy test picture on my phone and said, hello granny, so she knew first. Question 6, is this your first? Technically this is my 4th pregnancy, 4th baby, but my first rainbow baby, as in my first full-blown pregnancy. So I've lost 3 pregnancies in the past, and this would be my first living child. Question 7, do you want more? Yes, but not for a long time. This pregnancy's been super hard, a lot of complications, high risk, and I just don't think that's in our plans to have any more anytime soon, but definitely always wanted a big family, so yes, but waiting a while. And obviously there's the infertility side. I don't know how that's going to go now that I've had a pregnancy and it's been full term because I'm 34 weeks now. So I don't know if my infertility is going to be better or it's going to take another 4 years like it did this time to get pregnant. So that's always a worry of mine, and I'll need to find out eventually on my own what's going to happen there. Your biggest craving, number 8, question 8 is your biggest craving. Biggest craving in the pregnancy, I didn't really get a lot of cravings, but ice poles were like my favourite thing ever earlier on, and slush puppies, the icy drinks. I think that was more to do with morning sickness, and it was the only thing I could keep down, the cool coldness of it. I just like that. Apart from that, I haven't really had any cravings really. Question 9, what's the best part of being pregnant? Best part is definitely feeling the baby kick in inside you, knowing that there's this little baby growing and that you're going to be a mummy at the end of it. Question 10, what's the worst part of being pregnant? For me, all the complications and the appointments and stuff. Every time I go to an appointment, even now that I'm far on the pregnancy, I'm still really scared that something's going to go wrong, or they're going to tell me that something's wrong, just general fears. But that's because of the infertility, and I've never had good news when it comes to TTC and pregnancy and babies and stuff like that, so there's still a huge fear there every appointment. Question 11, well, you found out the gender, what do you prefer? I actually found out the gender at 20 weeks. We are having a boy, and I would have preferred a girl. Not necessarily preferred, but I've always wanted a girl first. But I wasn't bothered, obviously. All I wanted was the baby to be healthy, and as soon as I found out it was a boy, I was just as much happy as I would have been if it was a little girl. I really do not mind that it's a boy and not a girl that I'm having first. Question 12, do you have names picked out, and what are the stories behind them? I've picked his name. It's going to be Nolan, and story behind it, there isn't really one. I had said a few names to Aaron, and he couldn't agree on them. He didn't like them, but he also wouldn't suggest any names, and then I just came out with Nolan one day, and he said, yeah, that's okay, and I really liked it, so that's his name. Question 13, what's your birth plan? It's basically a consultant-led birth for now, and I'm going to do a separate video on the birth plan, so I'm not going to go straight into that question, so look out for that video later on this month. Question 14, will you breastfeed? I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to or not, but I'm going to try. Question 15, do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mum? Plan to be a stay-at-home mum for a little while, and then as he gets a bit bigger, I want to get a job and be able to provide and take him on holidays abroad and stuff like that. But I do want to be stay-at-home for the first few years, just to see all these firsts and really, really enjoy having a baby. Question 16, will you make your own baby food? Yeah, I plan on making my own baby food, just so I know what's in it. It's cheaper, you can freeze it and stuff yourself, and baby food just, it stinks, it tastes horrible. I've tried it when my nephew was a baby, and it just, yuck, the smell, it just is enough to put you off, and there's so much crap in baby jars and stuff like that, so I want to make my own, so I know what's going into them, and then I can try and get him eating lots of veggies and fruits, and hopefully he won't be a picky eater. And question 16, do you have a nursery ideas or themes? Right now, not really got any themes or ideas. We're sharing a bedroom with the baby because we're in a 1-bedroom flat, so I can't really decorate the way I would like to, but we're hopefully going to be moving after he's born to a 2-bedroom, and then I can start planning themes or ideas for a whole nursery rather than just this one little wall that he's cots on basically. So there's not really anything fancy going on, it's just he's cot next to the bed and his Moses basket on my side of the bed, and that's it really. So that is it for the pregnancy tag, and like I said, if you're pregnant at the moment, feel free to do this tag and leave down in the comments below if you do it, and I will definitely check it out, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye!